I will show you now, after having created all this, how we can take our concept model and make a refined model. Let's make a new collection. Call this refined. We can select all this, Shift D and escape, press M, or go to Object and Collection, move to Collection, and then we say refined. And this one here we turn off. Very good. So the back panel, that is good because it doesn't really change much. The drawer we hide for the moment, and we will work with the frame now. So in this exercise now, we will take some of the geometry, move it out into its own object, and add thicknesses to it, and then we will create the joinery. And a lot of that stuff is done via the modifiers. So to get started, we go back to bounding box, move Shift S cursor to the world origin, so everything is nicely reset. Let's go into edit mode. We will select this bottom face here. This is good. And then we will go to mesh, separate, selection. So you see now here I have another object. Let's leave object mode. When we select this, this is frame 1. Okay, here this mesh. We can call this bottom plate. And just for reference again, you see this sits on top. When we only take a look at our frame copy, there we can see how we disconnected this face via the separation command and turned it into its own object. The reason why we did this, we can select this face, go modifier, solidify, 0.5, complex is fine. Yeah, and that's it. Very good. Then let's go back to frame. We will select in edit mode the top face. Go to mesh and separate. Same deal. Object. Here this frame we hide. Here's my top part. Go to solidify 0.5. This also went down, so the direction is correct. Now here with the offset, up or down. Very good. And we can call this top plate. Okay. Let's go back to the frame. Now you can see how that part is missing. Next step, we go to edit mode, select this face, mesh, separate. Now this has to actually go to the left side of the screen. So let's see where this will go to. Yep, goes the correct direction, 0.5. Very good. And we call this side plate. We only need one. The other one we do via the mirror command. And then the last piece, where's frame? There it is actually this mid section. So we go to edit, select this face. Now we go select invert, press X and say delete faces. There. Very good. Then we can go to object mode, add our solidify modifier. It has to grow down. It did. Very good. 0.5. Okay. And then this we will call center plate. Cool. So top, side, bottom. Few things we need to fix. You see some of these objects, they all have the center point there. So we select them all, then right click, set origin to geometry. Now because these are all just flat sheets, the center points is all set to the center of each face. You also see actually that when you have multiple objects selected, you can edit them at the same time, which is really nice. In programs like SketchUp, you cannot. You can only edit one object at a time or manipulate the geometry, the mesh. Let's go back to this view. Few things we need to fix. So something here is going on. Well, that is because this is too high. Let's go to edit mode, edge select this. We move this down. We have edge for snapping, move this up, hold control, snap, very good. And this I would like to add a mirror modifier to along the x-axis, correct. Let's use here the bottom plate. There we are. Very nice. Cool. Yeah. Here's my back panel. That's pretty good. Now we can make a new collection, call this frame, and then these we all drag into there. And drag this into the refined collection. So I can turn this off or can turn them all off. So next step, our drawer. So here I will actually show you now how fast you can do this modeling when you have a little bit of practice in it. So I simply will go ahead, select this face, P, select this face, P, select this face, P. This face I can delete because I don't need it. Very good. Then go to this face, go to edit mode, edit mode via tab key, edge select, move this over, move this back. And no, actually this is 0.5. This is too short. 0.25, 0.5. This feels better for the front part. Okay. Back to edit mode. Snap to there. That is good. Here, back, snap to there. And while I'm still working on this, let's do a mirroring along X along my front object. All good. Nice. This is fine. Let's take a look at this. This needs some refinement. Edit mode. Here's this edge. I move this back, move this to there, move this back, snap to this edge. Same here. And same to there. Okay. Object mode. And then this I would like to move up. I press actually G for the move command and then Z for the Z key and 0.25 and enter. So G for move, or I move along the Z arrow. So G for move, Z for the constraint, and then I type in the number. So the shortcuts can be very fast, or you simply also use the toolbars, the toolbar icons. Okay, very good. We could give them all names. So maybe this is actually here drawer front. This is drawer bottom, and then this is drawer site, and this is drawer back. Again, logical names. Select this collection, left click, new drawer, and then those we drag in there. Pretty cool. So let's take a look at the feed. This is all perfect. Okay, good. So why did I move things around a little bit? I wanted to check something. Here's actually this is my initial design here. And when I move this, you see how the feet and all those update a little bit. So when I click this object, it tells me this is frame and frame. Okay, so I would like to reconfigure this a little bit. Bottom plate, this should be the new target. So when I click this object, I can go to here, click X, eyedropper, and select the bottom plate. Why do I do this? Well, the concept model was just for the beginning, and now I have a refined model. So I can update my final mesh a little bit more. So I'm correcting the associations. I click here. I can also click the X and then type in BO and select bottom plate. So it's the same. And when you type in the letters, you see that actually Blender filters out objects that fit it. So we have bottom plate and drawer bottom, because both have actually BO inside their name. There we are. Pretty cool. So when I move this, yep, this all updates correctly. Okay, so nearly done. Here comes the last tiny piece to fix to make this a tick even more realistic. This, it's difficult to connect. Here and there where screws and nails I could do something, but here, well, from the outside, but I don't want to see connections here on the outside. So ideally I want this plate go into this plate. Okay, so this has a thickness of 1/2 inch, so maybe 1/4 inch. We can extend these faces. To isolate this object and hide everything else, we can press Shift H. Then we go Edit Mode. Select this face. Oh, there's no face. Haha, well, that's because it is only a face, and then we have a solidify modifier, so we select simply this edge. This is the x-axis, so we can go turn this on, move this over. You see the left side moves too. And while we are moving, type in period 25, enter. Or we move this a little bit and then fix this number. Very good. Back to object mode, Alt H. Take a look. There you see each side, it sticks in. Very nice. So this is a mirrored object. What we will do now is we will add a Boolean modifier and eyedropper this part. You can click this, press H, and there we see it perfectly cut the groove in. It's very nice. Let's select this one more time. I want to show something about the modifiers here. So we have solidify, mirror, and Boolean. This is step 1, step 2, step 3, and we can reorder them. So what does reordering mean? Okay, so it's flat, we cut, we mirror. Or in this case, it's flat, we thicken, we mirror, and we cut both. So the order is really not random. The order should follow a logical step by step. We could, for example, say, well, mirror the sheet, these two sheets we thicken and then we cut. However, what we cannot do is mirror the sheets and then say, well, cut something. Because, well, there's no volume to cut. So this makes no sense. There has to be a solidify there first. But because we modeled this one on one side only, so logically here first solidify, then mirror, and then the Boolean cut. Okay. Alt H, so we can show this part here again. Now to quickly work on the drawer. You see how the components become very useful to quickly show and hide everything. We will select this, go into wireframe mode, go into edit mode, select this edge. Now here we can turn X and Y on. So this is now a 1/4 inch, which means 1/4 inch. So 0.25 divided by 2 is 0.125. Okay, so U minus 0.125. Okay, then we do the same here. I have X and Y turned on, so okay, interesting. It doesn't do it there. Trust is good, control is better. Okay, so this one 0.125 and here minus 0.125. Top view, press A. Okay, now you can see this very evenly sits in. Very nice. Then object mode, select this and Boolean. You see, nothing to click, but escape. When we go to shaded mode, then it can select it. There you see the groove is actually cut. So now we in shaded mode, we simply do this with the other two objects. Okay, so when we select this center plate, press H, select the back, press H, and you see all the grooves are cut. How beautiful. The cool thing is if we select this and move this up, it follows it. So now this is a huge helper in terms of exploring also details without having to do so much extra labor work. Now you want to work smart, not hard. So let's say during a presentation, I would like to be able to click my front drawer face and then drag the whole thing out. How do I do this? Well, I could go to drawer, select all my objects, and then move this out. But hey, this is crazy. It's not very efficient. So let's turn everything off besides our drawer. Then I select all objects besides the front. And now Shift and select the front plate. You see everything is dark orange. This is bright orange. And what we will do now is we turn the dark orange objects into children. And the bright orange selected is the parent. So parent-children relationship means children can run around as much as they want, but if the parent moves, the children follow it. Okay, we do this under object, relationship, and no, not relationship, sorry, parent. Okay. Also, you notice that here, where do all my objects go? Let's undo the parenting. And there they are. Object, parent. They're just put into there. So it's kind of like nested. We click somewhere else, click the front face and move this. You see all moves with it. Perfect. If we move this up and down, it all moves. Okay. And with this, we basically have modeled a pretty nice side stand, starting first with a rather conceptual quick model to explore some ideas, and then with very simplistic modeling methods, we created an actually not so bad looking, more refined model.